Hello and welcome everyone, Stormy Sensei here. It's Friday night and usually we would be jumping straight into the viewer games, but I feel like playing some Pokemon Brilliant Diamond because we're getting pretty close to finishing this game. So let's push on to the end. Hey there, Demon. Just died to an exploding tree for the second time in a row. I get that feeling. When I was playing Bravely Default 2, I died to trees all the time. I probably died to more trees than anything in that game, actually. Hey there, Skillies and Emailer. What was I doing here? We're supposed to... Okay, well, we're supposed to go fight the final gym leader, but... Well, you know, it's berry time, so let's go ahead and do that instead. Oh yeah, that's right. And I was also going to use Rock Climb to explore more places, because there are more places that we can go to. In that case, I guess we should probably not fly around everywhere. We can actually just take the scenic route and see everything that there is to see. There's a slight chance that we'll go for like 2 hours and not actually do anything story related. But you guys don't watch this for the story anyway. It's all about the berries. So I found out on like Tuesday, I think, that the Wii U eShop and the 3DS eShop are going to be closing. And I've been having conversations here and there, like, you know, through the YouTube community post and on Discord about it. Should probably also just bring it up here as well. Yeah, I mean, I was actually trying to think about when the last time I actually bought a Nintendo eShop game for the Wii U was, and I think that it was like way back, like 2016 or something like that. So it was like 5 or 6 years of not having played a game, or not bought a game on that console. So, you know, it kind of makes sense. You know, you can't have a service run forever and ever because it costs money for it to keep on running. But, you know, this does mean that you now have about 3 months to add money to your account in order to buy things, so you should go quickly. At least the eShop won't shut down for the Switch. Not yet. It'll happen eventually. Everything does. The DS has dropped, the Wii has dropped. You know, it's only a matter of time before the Switch drops. It'll be years, you know, they'll have a new console out by then. But at some point in time, the Switch will drop as well. You should just be ready for that. Hey there, Captain Falco. When the Wii Shop was announced as closing down, I went on quite the spending spree actually for that. I think I got Chrono Trigger, and I also got Metroid, or Super Metroid, I think, at that time, and ActRaiser, and a couple of other games. Basically, I looked at the list of all the games that were going away that I couldn't get on the Switch at the time, and I, you know, bought my favorites from that list. I looked at the Wii U list of games that are going to no longer be available. There aren't really as many as I would have expected. I'm only going to get 2 of them, I'm pretty sure. Pandora's Tower and, oops. And I'm also going to get Metroid Zero Mission. There are other games that would be interesting that I have on the Wii U. Like, I'm probably going to open up my Wii U eShop wishlist just to show you what games I was interested in at some point in time. And I'm pretty sure there's like over 100 games on that wish list, but You know, I don't actually need them, you know? It'll be interesting to look through them and see, like, you know, what I can actually now buy on the Switch instead, and things like that. Did I get Super Sluggers? Is that on the Wii U? I'm not going to get it even if it is, but no, I didn't. Allegedly, these Pokemon should be back in their caves. Because we freed them from Team Galactic and then they helped us out. Oh, they are in the caves. Nice. Should I try to actually catch some of these legendary Pokemon here? You say that, but like by the time the eShop for the Switch closes, you won't care. You'll have the next game console. Gonna try to go for some lucky bounce paralysis. Azelf is the most offensive of the three. Probably gonna use Psychic here, right? Nasty Plot? Oh, that's even scarier. This is kind of what I was worried about. Think about it this way, the Nintendo Switch came out in like March of 2017. How does it know to keep on using Nasty Plot followed by Psychic? We're gonna get swept by this Azelf here. Power Friendship. Alright, we got time for one more bounce. Hopefully it doesn't get a crit. Got a crit. You're not getting praise, Lopunny. Nope, no praise from me. Now I need to know, do the Pokemon reset in this game? Because they did in... That wouldn't be that terrible, actually. His defense stat is higher than his attack stat, and it does have the pure power ability. Every time you beat the Elite Four? Okay. I'll soft reset here. And disappear deep into the cavern. Yeah, back in the day, when you defeated a legendary Pokemon, it was just over. You just never got to catch that Pokemon ever again. At least I think that's how that worked. You know, it could have been that all along they'd reset every time you beat the Elite Four, and we just didn't know about it because, you know, no one had the internet. Am I shiny hunting? No, I just accidentally got a crit. And I don't even know if I would like the shiny for the Mind Trio. Like, I actually really like Azelf's normal color. I forgot to swap out to, what's it called? That's okay. I'll just hit this with a drill peck, I guess. And hope he doesn't knock it out in one hit. I got a critical hit hoping to be praised. What is with my Pokemon here? Like Trio is gold? No thank you. I need to buy more Pokeballs. I only have 60. I'm going to be catching 3 legendary Pokemon in this stream. That's no good. I'm still trying to figure out how you haven't finished Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. You started the game 2 months ago. How long should it take to beat a game? You think that's taking a long time? Wait until you see me go through Triangle Strategy. I'll probably be playing that for the next like 6 months or so. How come he's not using like Nasty Plot against my Empoleon here? You guys are keep on talking about number of days, like how many hours did you beat it in? Because maybe I haven't beaten it because I haven't put in the time yet. This is number 15, so that means I've probably been playing for about 30 hours or so. And all the while I've also been doing things like playing in the underground. I've been doing viewer battles from time to time. It's not even close to getting in here. Let me try to hit it with a Aqua Jet. Maybe that'll help a little bit. Get in the red a little bit. It's probably gonna knock it out. He totally knocked it out. Yep, thought so. Maybe I should do Surf from the get-go. Maybe that would help. I need just something to like paralyze it immediately. I wish that I had a Pokemon that knew Nuzzle. Like that's one of my favorite moves. It does a little bit of damage and it guarantees the paralysis. Yeah, so I haven't hit 40 hours yet for the game. So even though it's been 2 months, I've been playing basically like an hour per day on average. Less than that actually. When you kids all have free time, you know? You can just kind of play however long you want, however often you want. And I probably could have beaten it by now as well, if I wanted to not stream it. You'd have like random things like, oh, first stream is me getting my Pokemon. Second stream is, oh, I've already beaten the first 2 gym leaders already. Alright, it shook once. That's better than before. Yeah, it's also we're moving way too fast. You're talking about how quickly you're beating this and that, but when did you finish fully experiencing it? Like, video games are supposed to be an experience. You're supposed to like take as much as you can from it, because you're putting $60 into it, you may as well have a $60 experience. You know, just experience everything the game has to offer. It's no rush. Like, what happens after you beat the game? Do you say like, well, that was unimpressive, time to play the next game? And you're just kind of wandering from game to game, never feeling truly satisfied? As we old folks like to say, gotta stop and smell the roses. Oh, I thought that was it. Dropping my special defense. Power of friendship? Yeah, definitely power of friendship. Empoleon. If I had a dark type Pokemon, which I don't, I would actually be completely immune to all their attacks. They only have extrasensory, psychic, imprison, and nasty plot. I could imprison their imprison, and also imprison their extrasensory. But I also now know that they have 20 extrasensories and 10 imprisons. Psychic, I think, has 15, maybe 10. Isn't Toxicroak 4 times resistant to Psychic? Kind of, if by resistant you mean weak against. Like the opposite of resistant. That's what Toxicroak is. Poison and fighting type. It would Super Omega die to an Azelf. I'm pretty sure that a Psychic is going to one-shot Lopunny here. I need to just hope that I avoid all the stuff with a Shout, and then if I do get hit, I tough it out with the Power of Friendship. So far we've used 11 Pokeballs. Also, we're going to have this issue where eventually, yeah, we started with 57, so we used 15, so there's definitely not out of moves yet, because Imprison has at least 10 already, and Extrasensory has 20. So then we're going to have this issue eventually. We're probably going to die before this happens, but there is a possibility we would actually have Azelf knock itself out with Struggle before we run out of Pokeballs. Toughed it out so I wouldn't feel sad. I don't feel sad, so thank you for that. When your strategy actually relies on the power of friendship mechanics. Alright, goodbye, Lopunny. Oh, okay, nice. If I throw enough of these Pokeballs, eventually I get a critical catch as well. Goodbye, Lopunny. Alright, there's no way the AI is going to not... what's it called here? Just use Psychic moves against this 4 times weak Toxicroak. It actually did not use Extrasensory or Psychic against this 4 times weak Pokemon. That's how you know the AI is random. I actually have also had a Pokemon struggle to death on stream before. When we tried to catch Regice in Pokemon Sword, they struggled to death twice, I want to say. It's actually interesting that you talk about friendship not acting in competitive. So it used to be that the strongest normal move would be return or frustration. And you would actually see a lot of people use frustration and return on their Pokemon because they had the strongest normal attacks that like pretty much anyone could learn. Not actually the strongest, but I could use Psychic and get +6 special attacks. Looked at the free stat and realized how broken it is. 20% chance of thaw, meaning that you can just not throw out the entire time. Yep. And also back in the day, you used to just actually not ever thaw out, like in the original generation. For Giga Impact over Frustration, you can use 2 Frustrations in a row and it'll do more damage than 1 Giga Impact, because you have to recharge after Giga Impact. I mean, there are actually better moves, like actually. Like you could do Retaliate, or you could do Last Resort, and those are just strictly stronger than Frustration and Return. But Retaliate only works when the previous turn one of your allies was knocked out. We got the strat for next time. Use Surf, swap to a dark type, throw Pokeballs until it gets caught. 4 times resistant? Doesn't matter, they're at times +6. I've actually never seen this thing here, so let's see what happens. We only lost 6,000? What? That's crazy. You used to lose half of all your money. Like no matter how much money you had, you just lost half of it. Where's my trainer card? Yeah, that's like literally nothing. Wait, what? I remember my Primal Groudon getting one hit by Goldine's Surf. How did that happen? Primal Groudon has Desolate Land, so water attacks should have fizzled out. Ultra Ball? Why would I use something silly like that? That is the only way that I could see it happening, is being next to a Primal Kyogre that came out after the Groudon. The thing about Ultra Balls is that they cost like 6 times the amount of a Pokeball, but they only give you a 4 times catch rate. So like, if you want to just save money, you would just buy Pokeballs. Does Cloud9 work on Desolate Land and Primordial Sea? I actually don't know, because I didn't play Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire. I've actually never played with one of the Primals. Look at that. 6 times. So you would think, okay, well, a Pokeball is the normal amount, and Ultra Balls must be 6 times as useful as a Pokeball. Nope, they are not. I don't think I need that many. There we go, that's a good amount. It is a scam. Don't believe in the corporation. They're out to get you. Buy Pokeballs. It's the most cost-effective way to play the game. You're free to look it up as well. Ultra Balls are not worth the money. It's also nice to like look in your Pokemon boxes and see that everything is caught in a Pokeball. I actually kind of don't like the fact that my Toxicroak is in a Safari Ball. It's like the only Pokemon in my entire dex that isn't in a Pokeball. I'm probably going to replace it with one of the underground Pokemon. What if I like how the Ultra Ball looks? Well, if that's the case, then, you know, buy Ultra Balls. Demon's playing the game in Spanish. I'm not quite... You're probably referring to Great Balls, the blue ones, right? Or maybe you're talking about Premier balls, the all white, like white on the top and the bottom. What if I prefer the way Master Balls look? Well, then you should play a lot of the lotteries. Mushrooms can inflict a status that causes you to hit yourself and your allies in battle, like confusion, but it also messes up your controls in the overworld. Oh, that's pretty cool, because hitting yourself and your allies is just the standard confusion effect from most RPGs. But the fact that it messes up your controls is also pretty interesting. Okay, great balls. I forget, are Master Balls in BDSP? I have one. Just got one. See? They exist. And you can play the lottery in order to get more of them, if you have enough trainer IDs in your boxes. Have I ever been into this building before? Oh. Nice. Oh man, we're still missing so many. Alright, we'll figure out how to have fun with that later. To answer my own question, we had never gone over here. Looks like there's a, if we swim around here, then we can actually get up to this area as well. Oh, I don't need to swim over there. I can just rock climb from here. I feel like people forgot about Pokemon Brilliant Diamond because of this game. Yeah, probably. I mean, you just said yourself you beat this game in like 2 weeks or 5 days or whatever it was. So like on to the next big thing, right? Follow the corporations. Consume. I forgot online and fought with in Sword and Shield. Beat me the first time, and the second time you used a Drizzle Politoed, and then proceeded to kill my Cinderace. Sent out Urshifu and got Bulk Up, Surging Strikes in the rain, so it well killed everything. Yeah. There's a reason why different Pokemon are in different tiers. Like some Pokemon are just stronger than others. You didn't tie 11 times? Wait, what? One said they were competing to see who can swim the fastest. The other one said they're swimming to compete who can swim the longest. They have very different goals in mind here. Alright, we bought enough Pokeballs. We don't want to go this way. We want to go this way. Here's something I learned about Pikachu in rank: you always lose. That's kind of interesting, because like, people are saying that Pikachu might be the best attacker. Like, all the top teams have one in like that bottom lane or whatever. Also this weekend is regionals for Pokemon World Championship. I'll probably watch some. If I wake up and I see that there's like some official YouTube or some official Pokemon company YouTube stream of it, then I'll probably simulcast it. So I'll like stream it myself watching it on YouTube. And otherwise I'll just probably play Unite all day tomorrow. Alright, let's see. We need a dark type Pokemon. Here we are. Do I have any other dark type Pokemon as an option? Someone with the status effect maybe? I literally only have one dark type Pokemon. Why wasn't I able to swap that out? Oh, because it was multi-select. Alright. Do I have an even weaker dark type Pokemon? Level 10? But that one can't evolve though. Yeah. I wanted to be kind of like silly about it. Oh, do I have a Razor Claw? If I have a Razor Claw, then I could actually evolve that Sneasel. Let's see. Nope, no Razor Claws. Sort by name. Nope. Alright. Most of the people in this lobby or in the chat have this game or Sword and Shield. Demon actually has a full team. Don't one-shot it. Did I save before this? No crit. Oh, thank goodness. I am Pokemon gameless. There's always Unite, Leetopia. Alright. We have effectively walled the Azelf. Just go ahead and give up. Just get in the Pokeball. It's gonna be like 3 attempts and it's going to get caught this time. Just to spite all my preparation. Or you could use Mono Psychic Azelf in ranked, as long as they don't wall you. Yeah, you have to look at the meta, I guess. You probably would still not do too well because Dragapult exists. Super fast, super deadly. I played ranked in Sword and Shield for like 2 seasons. It was pretty fun. It's kind of difficult to like find opponents at low ranks, especially like towards the end of the season. You kind of sit around and wait for a long time, and you just like don't find anyone. But I think I won about like, 50-55% of matches, something like that. Are you allowed to use Calyrex in ranked? That's interesting. Not gonna lie, I totally love Calyrex Shadow Rider. Like, that as-1 ability, where you like basically get special Moxie. Or what is it, Grim Nay is what it's called. Makes me want to like, build again. Like, you could do Calyrex Ice Rider next to my speed swap Rabombi, and then just like have a ridiculously powerful, fast Calyrex. But it's like Psychic and Ghost, so you just use a Dark type move and then it like quad hurts it, kills it usually. Is taking over Mewtwo's spot for a fast physical sweeper, a psychic sweeper. Yeah. How many legendary Pokemon are allowed in ranked these days? 'Cause I know for a while you weren't allowed to use any legendary Pokemon, and then for a season you were allowed to use 1, and then you were allowed to use 2. I think that what it is now is you're allowed to use 2 restricteds, and you can use however many regular legendaries, like, non-restricted legendaries exist like Regirock or like Articuno or things like that. You can use as many of those as you want, I think. It's almost incredible that, like, especially for VGC, that there are Pokemon that are non-legendary that are like actually still good to use. I've lost count of how many Pokeballs we've thrown. I think we started at 657, which would mean that we've thrown over 20 so far. That doesn't seem right. I don't feel like we've been sitting here for long enough to have thrown 20 Pokeballs. Hey, Cosmog is a box legendary, so you shouldn't be allowed to use it. Imagine using your restricted slot to a Pokemon that only learns Splash. That's a power play. This is a teaching moment for everyone. Sometimes in life, people are going to doubt you. They're going to say, give up, you can't do it. It's not worth it. Stop trying. And to those people, you gotta say, maybe I won't ever do it. It's worth a shot though. I actually did not know that Cosmog also got teleport. So it's not 100% useless. You can actually use it to swap to another Pokemon. At least Azelf can't attack. Yeah, it's a good thing, because they're at +6 special attack right now. Psychic type Pokemon using Psychic type moves. I do wish that I had some way of inflicting paralysis here. Has lots of defense, can use Eviolite, and has Cosmic Power, but doesn't have Baton Pass though. Because all that's not really worth it. You just have this really tanky Pokemon that doesn't really do much. I guess you could like Guard Split with it. Do fast Pokemon even learn Guard Split? Like, the only Pokemon that I know that learns Guard Split is like Shuckle. Yeah, that wouldn't be too terrible, using Psychic. In that case, would you necessarily want to use would you want to actually use Eviolite? Maybe you probably would. I was gonna think maybe you would want to use Leftovers instead, so you would actually stay in the battle for longer. Because then you could have a whole team surrounding it. Like, you could have every Pokemon in your team have Psychic. So you would just like, you know, set up with one Pokemon, and then you would like get everyone to get the proper stat boosts. How do you think you're going to catch 3 legendaries this stream, but you've only caught one, you haven't even caught one in 49 minutes? Well, I haven't been trying to catch this for 49 minutes. We spent some time getting berries and sometimes buying Pokeballs and, you know, talking to chat and whatnot. maybe we won't catch 3 Pokemon this session. That's okay. Oh no! It's over! That's a lot of experience points there. You get discouraged very easily. I can see why you go through your game so quickly. Any longer, you just wouldn't be able to do it. You know, once I spent 2 hours fighting one boss in Oninaki, I just died over and over and over again. For 2 whole hours, I couldn't beat this boss. But I eventually beat it. It's called perseverance. Let's see when I last saved here. I'm outside, and I have stun tank, so we're good, actually. Just to give myself an extra turn, I'm actually not going to swap out of Empoleon. I'm going to just let it die, and then I'm going to swap to, what's it called after that? Critical hit? Unfortunate. My patience level. It's funny because like you used patient apostrophe S. So it's like the level that belongs to a patient. Azelf is the easiest one. Welcome, Ashton the bro. Well, see, there you go. That makes it even easier for me. There's only one legendary Pokemon for me to catch right now because this is the only one that's standing still. The other ones are moving randomly around the map. And you were worried about me trying to catch 3 this stream. What? That was like not very much. Still lower than 1/3, so we're still at the max catch rate anyway. So we're good to go. Azelf and 3 Ultra Balls, very lucky. That is very lucky. Speaks of that, I don't worry about it. if we correct you, it's not out of malice intent or anything like that. It's not a bad idea. It's a very scary idea, though. Dragon Dance used by Dragon type raises the stats by 2. You could always just give your Pokemon simple. Let's use a little simple beam. Dragon Dance. Three Ultra Balls is like the same as throwing out 12 Pokeballs in terms of probability wise. It's not really that big of a deal, it's actually just a lucky thing. It all comes down to a roll anyway. Every Pokeball is, you know, just as likely as the next. In Pokemon Sword and Shield, when I was trying to catch Regice, I was actually using Ultra Balls that time, and it actually still caused it to struggle to death. What would giving up here even look like? You just be like, I give up, like I don't want to catch this legendary Pokemon, and then you just like walk out of the cave, and then like I don't even know what you would do. Go back to picking berries? Are you just pressing X followed by A? Imagine simple no retreat failings. You don't have to imagine it. Swoobat is very fast and learns Simple Beam. Hey there, every 27 years. Welcome back to this channel. They're legendary for a reason. It's not like just catching a Bidoof. Once we get to 596, it'll start using Struggle, but it actually won't knock itself out the first time. We'll actually have an extra turn, so we'll actually get to go all the way down to 595. So we get loads of opportunities with this strategy. Mega Blissey existed. all 100 extra points would be put into defense. I feel like they should take even less. They should take even less defense and put it into more HP and attack, or something like that, just for fun. That'd actually be pretty interesting, because then it would be very much like Sableye, because Sableye has like a niche, but then Mega Sableye has its own niche, because like you have Prankster Sableye, but then you have Magic Bounce Mega Sableye, so there are actually usually reasons for you to not swap between the two, or not swap between the two, but just like, it's not very obvious that you should Mega Evolve turn 1 every single time in competitive battling for that Pokemon. And then Blissey could be the same way. You would have this, you know, bulky Pokemon that uses support and whatnot, but then you could decide, oh, now is the time that I'm going to Mega Evolve and turn this into a late game sweeper. I see you were struggling. Wouldn't it be smart to use a different ball? I don't think so. Ultra Balls only give you, like, just look at the formula for Ultra Balls and Pokeballs. It's actually not really as beneficial as you think. Like, I'm basically going from like a 1% chance to like a 4% chance. I remember when I got into Pokemon Project, I used 40 Robux for a couple spins and got like 7 or something legendaries and Salamence. Made a team with 2 Azelfs, Mewtwo, 1 Mewtwo, 2 Mews, and a Mesprit. Long story short, I did not beat the game. Yeah, I'd imagine that'd be pretty rough for you. I think that you don't even find a Psychic Resist until the Elite Four though, so like, that's pretty late in the game. Also, I have no idea how Robux plays in any of this stuff. Where's your sense of challenge as well? Like, you want to just buy your way to victory? Should I just like dupe a bunch of Master Balls and catch everything with that? Does that make you happy? These are the same people that will watch a Shiny Hunt stream just soft reset 1,000 times. You can't sit through 60 Pokeball throws then? I advise you to use the Master Ball. Okay, I was correct. You would rather me just use Master Balls. Oops. Can't be attacking this guy now. Roblox is way, way, way after my time. Like, even Minecraft was after my time. Mega Blissy's new stats. 5 attack, 200 defense. Oh, 5 attack and defense, 200 special attack, 10 special defense. 165 speed. That's like a super special sweeper. If I'm going to use a Master Ball for anything, it's going to be for the roaming Pokemon. And I probably won't use that for that either. I'll probably just like put a Shadow Tag Pokemon in or something. I can't even Arena Trap because they use Levitate. We're almost out. I think that 2 more Pokeballs and then it'll struggle. And it'll struggle twice before it dies. Oh, okay, never mind. I miscounted. Yeah, so 598 is the last Pokeball that I get to throw. Like, the stat line that you're describing is almost like a Mega Shuckle, almost. I would have a little better luck if I could status effect. Like, for a while, well, not for a while, for the first time I tried this, I used low punny to use bounce, hoping to get a paralysis. Because that also, actually maybe I should do that anyway, because paralysis would also sometimes make them not be able to attack, which means they would be less likely to struggle. So if they knock themselves out again this time, I will try to find a Pokemon that I can use to paralyze Azelf, because paralysis increases the catch rate and also makes it easier to catch, generally speaking. But that's okay, this is the batch. I'm feeling it. This is gonna be the one. That does sound like a pretty rough week for you, Skillies. Gotta be careful who you commune with. That pink eye is no joke. It's a super spreader. Broke both ankles, you probably wouldn't be able to drive, so the handicap space is probably not as helpful. And his Arceus actually scared me for real, and it scared me hard. Looking forward to it. I actually have Legends Arceus now. It came in the mail yesterday. It'll probably be a while before I play it though. Probably pick it up sometime in like March or something like that. Sometime in April, alongside Triangle Strategy. I was mailed an Arceus. It's pretty nice. You know, the creator of space and time. The deity Pokemon of the Pokemon world. Just shipped to my house. You didn't even have this much trouble against Dialga. Dialga got caught in like 20 Pokeballs, I want to say. You didn't even have to soft reset for him. Now you compare the catch rate between those two. Because this is probably just a matter of really bad luck. Pokemon doesn't have their catch rate on here. Maybe I don't know how to look up things on Cerebi anymore. Do they move it? I mean, have I ever really looked up catch rate before? It's probably different for each game, so I probably need to look at it here. it's not on Cerebi, which would be surprising. Azelf catch rate is 3. What is Dialga's? Have a good night, Skillies. Also 3. Wow, that's some crazy luck then. Also, what website do you use to look up catch rates for these? Because this is like about 180 Pokeballs here. And I'm pretty sure Dialga was caught in like 10. Azelf's being stubborn because he knows that he's my favorite. Or I guess it's my favorite. Hey, they're actually genderless, I believe. Yeah, they're genderless. Bellum's catch rate is 3. Oh, that does make me feel better because I already have one of those. I think. Do I have, no, I have a Bagon. I don't have a Beldum. That's okay, we're using up all of our bad luck here. When we play Unite in like 30 minutes, we're gonna be super lucky. Only good teammates. Borrow some of your luck. Yeah. Well, you might not want to borrow some of my luck at the very moment. Alright, we got 3 more to throw before Azelf knocks himself out. Two more, this is one of them. Final toss. Bad, I probably won't be able to play. That's okay, we probably will only go for like an hour or two. Alright, let's strategize a bit more here. No need to just rely on Lady Luck. The truly great make their own luck. Was Rayquaza ever good and competitive? Probably not. Rayquaza is like one of the best Pokemon to have ever existed. You should watch False Swipe Gaming. It's a YouTube channel that does pieces on things like that. I could yawn, but then that's only 3 turns of sleep. I can mean look. That's good to know. I could fling a light ball, which would paralyze it, but light balls are very hard to come by. I could worry seed this, and then it would not have levitate. I could taunt it into only attacking. That's no good. Well, I could taunt into attacking and then swap into a dark type. And then once it's used up all of its psychic moves, I don't know how many they have, but then I could swap to a Pokemon that doesn't need to actually, die or whatever. Let's see, what else we got here? Poison Sting. I think that our best chance is actually to use Bounce here, because I don't see anything else that we've got. Stun Spore on this level 4 Badoo. I mean, it's worth a shot, why not? This move that can miss. So the trick is we're gonna go with the Stun Spore first off if we can. If we get it, cool, we'll start throwing Pokeballs. We'll surf with the Empoleon afterwards. If Badoo dies immediately, we'll switch to Lopunny and use Bounce until they get paralyzed. And from there, we'll just keep on going. Could you imagine if I actually got an attack off? I actually got an attack off. Why would you allow me to get an attack off? Of course it missed. Am I actually gonna get this paralysis off? That's crazy. Why did you allow that to happen? If I were Azelf, I would set up on Badoo. That's gonna be your undoing. Need you to knock me out so I can swap for the next Pokemon. Like, imagine if you ended up getting feared. Like, I throw out Leech Seed, and then I have like, sturdy, or like I swap into a sturdy Pokemon that's low level. Like, you just never be able to defeat me. he really is really setting up on me. Like he's at +6 now. For no reason. Now, if I had Malamar, I could just topsy-turvy. Wow. This Badu caught Azelf at full HP. You earned it, Badu. You earned all this. Doesn't matter because you evolved by friendship, but you earned all those levels. I had like 15 different steps planned out, and Azelf just let himself get caught by Badu. The being of willpower. And you guys wanted me to give up? You wanted me to use a Master Ball on the Pokemon that's the being of willpower? The willpower Pokemon? You really wanted me to give up on this? How ironic. And I guess we have to actually use a Roserade now in our main party, huh? I'm joking. I'm not actually going to do that. I might actually at some point, though. Kind of been like, feeling Roserade. I saw a Weedle Twinneedle video not too long ago where their Roserade popped off, and it kind of makes me want to play use the character, or use the Pokemon. Careful Nature. What is that again? That's one of the good ones, for me at least. Plus special defense minus special attack. Well, it's not good for Azelf, but I've used some Pokemon with a Careful Nature before. Not sleeping tonight. That's unfortunate. Alright, now that that's out of the way, I guess we'll finish the rest of the stream by going berry picking. I'll rename the stream to Catching Azelf. And this will not be story session 15. There'll be no story content going on here. And then once we're done berry picking, we can play some Unite. Badu is OP. Real MVP of the entire run. Exactly, it's a Pokeball. You never saw Ash throw out Great Balls and Ultra Balls. It's iconic. Now, maybe Ash should not be your role model when it comes to, you know, trying to be an actual Pokemon master. It took him like 30 years to become a champion. I'd recommend evolving your Bulbasaur. Yeah. Can't follow everything that Ash did. Although I will say, when I first played Pokemon Sapphire, it was the first time that I owned the Prima guide to playing the game before I actually played the game. Or I guess I bought it on the same day, so I was looking at the guide in preparation to playing the game, and I noticed that Mudkip learned Hydro Pump at like level 40 or something like that, and that Marshtomp doesn't actually learn Hydro Pump. And so I was like, oh, well, if I want Hydro Pump such a strong move, I'll just not evolve my Mudkip until level 40 so I can learn this attack. And that made the game really, really, really difficult. Because like, starter Pokemon are usually naturally stronger than all the other Pokemon around. And they evolve really early on, so they get those power spikes really early. Like walking around, like trying to beat the 3rd, 4th, 5th gym leader with a level like, 30 something Mudkip that's supposed to basically already be a Marshtomp by now. It doesn't really work out too well. I mean, I did it eventually. It wasn't worth it because I eventually learned that I needed to breed it with a Spheal in order to get Ice Ball as an egg move. That was my first attempt at trying to build a competitive Pokemon, but it wasn't actually competitive at all. It was still like a really terribly built Pokemon, but at least I like looked up. It was the first time I ever got an egg move on a Pokemon for Pokemon Sapphire. And I was proud of my achievement, but it was not worth it at all. Just teach it Surf, exactly. Especially for like my purposes. Like I was just playing it casually in the game and I was only fighting my brothers. Like I wasn't doing any sort of competitive stuff. I didn't bother teaching, I didn't do EV training or anything like that. Just, I said, hey, I'm gonna do this thing because it's in this book. I want to have it, So that was when I first started getting experimental with Pokemon. Ironically though, Gen 4, I didn't really do any of that. Like I just kind of played through the game normally with like a full set of standard Pokemon just like everyone else got. Yeah, Ice Ball is Ice type rollout. In my head I was thinking like, okay, well, these grass types, they're going to knock out my Marshtomp, but what if I had a move that killed grass types? But really you should just swap because, why? Or like use a, what is that, a Rindo Berry or whatever? The thing that weakens grass type moves. I never remember the names of the berries. I wish that you could just like, they named them better. Fire weakening berry, ground weakening berry. I think that's Shuka. I know that Haban is fire because I've been like planting a million of them because I always plant whatever the lowest number berry that I have. Or maybe Haban is dragon type. I don't actually, I guess I don't really remember. Let's go ahead and rename the stream now. I'm pretty sure I spelled that right. I'm going to double check because it's always good to spell check. Oh, I actually did not spell that right. It's Azelf. I've been saying it wrong for like 20 years or something like that. I've always called it Azelf. I've been swapping the E and the L. If I go into the Pokemon Center, was my Azelf get healed as well? Look how ugly that Safari Ball is in the thing there. Look at it again. Look how terrible this is. You got these Pokemon and Pokeball, Safari Ball, Pokeball. That just looks hideous. Wouldn't you want to have all your Pokemon in Pokeballs? And you can't get your starter in a Great Ball. So you really have no choice but to catch everything in a Pokeball. Just look at that. Ugh, it's disgusting. Even the legendary Pokemon that they gift to you are in a Pokeball instead of a Cherish Ball. I want to say that, okay, actually all the Pokemon that I caught in the Safari Zone are going to have that. That's unfortunate. I was going to say that that was the only Pokemon that I got in that ball, but it's not true. Got a couple of other Safari Pokemon. There's not that many. It's like 1, 2, 3, and then 4. 5. And that's it. Yes, one of my Pokemon does have Psycho Boost. That's the Metatite. Anything lower than that? Nope. I don't. Maybe we're thinking about different moves. Let me see this again. Okay, it actually wasn't my Metatite. Psycho Boost, you say? Psycho Shift. Noctowl has Psycho Shift. And I think it transfers status effects to, yeah, it transfers the status effect that you have to the enemy. If Noctowl were a little faster, then you could use it to, like, because Noctowl is kind of bulky, you could kind of probably put a Flame Orb on it and then just like have it burn all the enemies. It's kind of a weird tactic, but you know, it could work. Ricky's already better than Pikachu. Only when Pikachu's not holding a light ball. But really, both of them are kind of really terrible. I tried using Raichu competitively. It's actually one of my, you know, more favorite sets actually, because it's got Fake Out and Nuzzle, and it has Brutal Swing, but it doesn't work the way I wanted it to. I thought that I could side activate my own weakness policy. Well, I can activate weakness policy. I was trying to side activate, what was it? There was some ability that I was trying to activate with Brutal Swing, and it doesn't work as the way I wanted it to. Because Brutal Swing hits everyone on the field with a Dark type move. It's definitely not Justified, because I know the Justified would work. And it's not Weakness Policy, because I know that would work as well. But it might be something like Weak Armor or something like that. I think that that didn't activate. I'll have to look at. Well, actually, I can just look at my Pokemon Showdown sets, and then I would know exactly what I'm trying to activate. Let's see, what team has Raichu on it? What teams have Raichu on it? I come up with so many crazy ideas. They're so difficult to build though. Oh, Shell Trap. I tried to use Shell Trap on Torkoal, not Torkoal, on what's the name of this Pokemon? Turtonator. Because the idea is you set your Shell Trap, and then your ally Brutal swings, and that's a physical attack. So it's supposed to activate it, and then activate the Shell Trap and hit both the enemies with your Shell Trap. Doesn't work though. You can't trigger your own Shell Trap. Finally got a phone? Nice. So you and Chomper won't have to share one. Now I'm really excited for you getting a separate PC, because then the three of us can play City of Heroes together. Max Evasion Garchomp? What does that entail? Oh, I guess it would be Sandvale and Bright Powder. I actually have that as well, except it's not Garchomp, it's Snowcloak. It was Snowcloak Articuno with Bright Powder. I've already been up here. I didn't know the Garchomp learned to double team. Six agility, electric terrain. Raichu has 2800 speed. Now you're missing is a Choice Scarf and Tailwind, and then you'd really be actually moving fast. I didn't get a smartphone until August of 2020. I got a smartphone, I want to say 2013, maybe 2014. As a replacement for my dumb phone that stopped working. Yeah, I didn't have the exact same phone, but like, you know, it could take really bad pictures, and it could text, and it could take phone calls, because that's what you needed to do, you know? I'm trying to remember what the first, like, app that I downloaded was. I don't think that it was Fire Emblem Heroes, and I don't think that it was Boom Beach. It might have been Bloons Tower Defense Battles. Something like that. Sand attack Garchomp is good. I don't know about that. That might be pushing it a bit. Accuracy drops are actually nerfed in these later generations. They're not as good as they used to be. Also, same with evasion. Evasion is not as good as it used to be. Especially if you're talking about sword and shield meta. You're just going to have someone Dynamax on you, which will always hit, and then they're just going to kill you. So when are we going to start Unite? Got a few berries to pick. I mean, the stream is called Midnight Unite, and it's not midnight yet. Oh, you're talking specifically for Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl? Yeah, I've actually been liking the variety of metagames to watch. Like, it's just so weird to like not have Eviolite in this game. It just like changes everything. Like, you actually have to come up with an actual set, you know? You can't just like use Eviolite, Torcat, Eviolite, Clefairy, Friend Guard, you know, tank everything in the world. You can't, you know, just Eviolite Dusclops. I mean, not Dusclops, Duskull. Max is annoying. I actually really like it. I think that it was much better than Mega Evolutions from like a game design standpoint. Because like at some point in time you got to a point where you're looking in the team preview and you're like, okay, well obviously this is not a regular Beedrill, that's gotta be Mega Beedrill. And like, as a game developer, you have to keep on figuring out, like, you gotta come up with a new design, you gotta figure out the stat alignments and the abilities and all this other stuff. And, you know, you'd have to do that for every single Pokemon, and then everyone's gonna say like, oh, how come this Pokemon doesn't have a Mega? And then you give that Pokemon a Mega, and then the next time, immediately someone says, how come this other Pokemon doesn't have a Mega Evolution? And then you have to keep on doing that. Which is kind of what they did with Gigantamax anyway, but it's a little easier to make a new Gigantamax because you only need to make one new move and one new design. You don't need to change typings, you don't need to change stats, just, you know, have an artist draw something and then think about what the other ability could be. It's a lot more sustainable. Pokemon's been having a bloat issue for a number of years now. We're at almost 900. We're like at 898 Pokemon, I want to say. And that's not even counting like regional variants. So we're like over 900 Pokemon here. Exactly. That's so many Pokemon, and everyone wants every single Pokemon to be in every single game, with Mega Evolutions, with Z attacks, with Gigantamax, with regional variants, with rotation triple battles, and everything that they've ever seen in any Pokemon game ever. Everyone just wants to play the same game that they've already played before. I feel like that's just like, not just Pokemon fans, that's gamers in general. Like, look at Smash, for example. You know, bring back break the targets, bring back board the platforms, bring back trophies, bring back, you know, Subspace Emissary. Anytime a developer adds anything at all, then they're basically signing themselves up to have their fandom ask them for that thing in particular for the rest of the series forever. Sometimes you just gotta accept a game for what that game itself has, you know? I agree with that. Truest. Like, you have, you know, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and they have some but not all the Pokemon. You got Sword and Shield that has some but not all the Pokemon. And like, you know, it's more realistic even that way because you have all these like regional variants and whatnot, and they take place at different time in the timeline or whatever. And then it also helps with the fact that, like, you know, there's some Pokemon that are just so good that, like, why would you use anything else? Like, imagine not using Dracovish, right? Strong Jaw, Fishious Rend, Choice Scarf, or like Choice Band and Tailwind or something like that. Like, Pokemon like that are just like never going to not be good. Mega Rayquaza, like, that's, you're just going to always want to use that forever and ever and ever. Like, you need to remove some Pokemon so that it's like more variety. Best example of this, in Pokemon Sword and Shield, what's it called? Seismitoad was very, very popular in OU and in doubles even. It had Water Absorb. I think it had Water Absorb. It was a water type that wasn't weak to electric attacks because it was water ground. It had a lot going for it. As soon as the DLC came out and Marshtomp was available, you never will see a Seismitoad ever again. Because Marshtomp is just Seismitoad but just better. There's nothing that Seismitoad can do that Marshtomp can't do better, or Swampert, or whatever the thing is, the final evolution is. Swift Swim was the one I was thinking about. So actually, Seismitoad does have Swift Swim, but that actually could be better than in a particular situation compared to Swampert. But you get what I'm saying. Like, you have this Pokemon that is only good because this other Pokemon doesn't exist. And there are a lot of Pokemon that are like that. I mean, that's kind of why Showdown exists with its different tiers. You know, overused versus underused and, you know, rarely used, things like that. I mean, I think I said this earlier, but it all comes down to just, like, accepting the game for what it is. There's just generally not enough of that, not even just, like, with video games, just, like, even with people. You just need to accept things for how they are to be more understanding. I've only made 2 teams on Showdown with mostly legendaries. Showdown's pretty fun. Like, if you come up with any idea, you can just put it on Showdown, and then, like, you just look at it and be like, I think this makes sense. I don't really battle too much on Showdown, because I like to battle in the actual games, but I make so many teams in Showdown. Let me count the teams that I've got over here. I have 46 teams, which isn't even that much because I don't really play Showdown like that, and I'm not a content creator or anything like that. But 46 teams on Showdown. I've only ever built... Okay, I should take this back. I don't have 46 teams. I have 46 sets of 6 Pokemon that are definitely not in a team at all. Like, I sometimes have like the same Pokemon built 6 different ways in one team, and that's obviously illegal for competitive battling. I just like having the different options and like thinking about ways that I would use a Pokemon. For example, let's take Leafeon. How many times do I have Leafeon in here? Or Jolteon. Jolteon's actually probably the better option. I've got a Jolteon on here that's like Wise Glasses, Volt Absorb, Discharge, Volt Switch, Helping Hand, Fake Tears. That's a doubles Pokemon. You use Discharge next to a Telepathy Pokemon and some Fake Tears to weaken them so that you can what's it called? So that you can hit them with a special attacker. What else do I have for my Jolteons? I know that I have a Quick Feet set in here somewhere. Let me find it. Lax Incense, Volt Absorb, Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt, Protect, Substitute. So that's like a time staller. I think that's supposed to be the one that I have with like Toxic Spikes or whatever. And so you miss sometimes and you get substituted on, and you protect sometimes, and then you just have good coverage moves while your enemies get whittled away by poison and whatnot. Let me find another one in here. Oh, that's the same one. Hang on. Air Balloon, Volt Absorb, Baton Pass, Discharge, Substitute, Shadow Ball. Not quite sure what that one's all about. Sometimes I just make stuff and then it doesn't make any sense. Probably a doubles Pokemon, honestly. Like, they think that the threat is your partner, so you get a Baton Pass substitute out. Not gonna lie, that last one was pretty bad. But sometimes you come up with bad sets. Can't find my Quick Feet thing on here. But it was like Flame Ward, Quick Feet with like Toxic and a couple of other status moves. We're actually going to have a legendary spam team on this game. As one of the many things that we come up with. So the idea is I'm going to have one actual team that I actually like build out that's somewhat reasonable, that has somewhat standard Pokemon. I'll have like a couple of favorites on there, just, you know, to taste. I'm going to have one mono grass team in this game. That's going to be my for fun Mimi build. And then I'm going to have one doubles somewhat standard team. And then I'm going to have one legendary spam team. I say this, hopefully we have enough time to do all this. It takes about like an hour to build a Pokemon and Pokemon Sword and Shield. I feel like it's going to take longer to build Pokemon in this game. Okay, this is the last berry, or last thing to be planted. So we can, and we're actually right on time. It's like exactly midnight now. I have a Pokemon to suggest? At what? What do you mean? Oh, a Pokemon to use on a single battle in National Dex Anything Goes team. Galarian Articuno. Perfect. Alright, this actually ended up being a pretty good stream. We got everything done that we needed to get done. And by that I mean we made up what we want to get done and then we did it. Because we didn't really set up with a goal this time. I think it was, I forget whether it was Shel Silverstein or like Lewis Carroll. I think it was Lewis Carroll. I think this is an Alice in Wonderland quote. When you don't have a destination, wherever you stop is good enough, or is good enough, or something like that. I forget the exact quote. I'm paraphrasing, and I might have the source wrong as well. If you enjoyed today's stream, be sure to leave a like. We're about to swap over to Unite. When I end this stream, is going to put you directly into the Unite video. So stick around. I'll be right back.